And welcome back to another episode of the Art Award. We in Las Vegas today. We at the Top Rank offices. Today I got a newly crowned champion, WBO lightweight world champion. It's a young man who is a silver medalist. He's not shy, he has a lot to say, and he's one of the most talented and gifted fighters in the game today. If he's not a star already, he's on his way to being one. I'm excited to have Keyshawn, the businessman, Davis on the show to say, what's up with you,
Yes,
man?
sir. Thank you, man.
Man, I'm excited to have you, bro. Man, you got some new hardware, man. You know, they say when you get that championship, you kind of move a little bit different. People come at you a little bit different. Have things been different for you since you became champ?
Yeah, I think so. Fighters been reaching out. I would say like they've been saying, things on social and stuff like that. I've been getting more call outs, I would say. So it definitely feel a little different now that I'm a world
got
champion.
their attention.
Right.
Yes, that's good. Take me back, man. I want to start from the beginning. Take me back to Norfolk, Virginia, with you and your brothers and your mother. What was life like back then?
As a kid growing up, honestly, life for us as a kid was great. Honestly, we didn't really, well, in the home, we had struggles and stuff like that, but fortunately, we had, kids on our street that we grew up with. It's like 5 different houses, and it was like brothers and sisters in those 5 different houses. So on our street, we grew up as a community, as a family, you know what I'm saying? Our mothers knowing each other, you know what I'm saying? So we all going through the same struggles, you feel me? So we didn't even look at it like struggles, it was just life. Within that street, we all just growing up and supporting each other, playing football on the same football, basketball teams. Me and my brothers was the only ones that boxed within the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So
Really?
we would come back with belts and stuff. And as kids, they oh snap, y'all really boxing, you feel what I'm saying? So it was great, you feel me, growing up as a kid, for sure. It wasn't too much issues other than in-home stuff.
It's crazy when you're an amateur, a young fighter, because you'll disappear for a week. And your friends don't know where you at. And you're yeah, I was at this tournament. They what? What you, don't nobody understand. If you're not in that life, it don't make no sense to you.
Yeah, nah, word.
What was how did your mother, or when did your mother introduce y'all to the sport of boxing? You don't hear a lot of mamas taking their kid to the gym and signing them up for boxing.
Well, around that time, our father wasn't there, so it was just our mother. And it was me and my brothers. I was 9, Kelvin, our oldest brother, was 11, and Keon was 7. And
you the middle?
Right, I'm the middle brother,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we was playing football, basketball, baseball and stuff like that. But she found out it was a boxing gym in the same neighborhood we was growing up in, literally up the street from us. And she asked us, did we want to box? Would we want to try it out? We yeah, for sure. And she took us this next day, and kids in there our age was sparring, and we think it's real fighting, So we engaged, we watching. You feel what I'm saying? And shoot, for an hour straight, I lie to you not, we just quiet. And she turned. She y'all wanna sign up? We yeah, hell yeah, Next day we started and we never stopped.
Did y'all how were you with the contact? It wasn't oh, let me get out the way. Was you was cool with the contact early on?
Yeah, I was playing football already, so as a running back, all I wanted to do was run you over. I was a running back. That's all I wanted to do was run you over. So I was never scared of contact, you know what I'm saying? And fighting, I always fought my big brother naturally. I just fought him.
Oh, so y'all was rumbling in the house?
Yeah, we was rumbling. Because of me, though.
For sure.
Because of me, though. I used to do stuff. But, yeah, I just always used to fight. So when I was in boxing, it was just natural for real. I'm not gonna lie.
How long did it take before you started realizing, yo, I could fight? I could fight.
I could say I had 2 moments in the amateurs for sure. The first moment, it was my first time ever fighting. I went to the ringside tournament. And my first fight was at the ringside tournament, novice division. I fought every day, went to the finals, and I lost. But those was my first fights ever, on a big stage like that. And I was crying damn near all day, 9 years old. I was 9 years old. That same year, I just started boxing. I, competed in that tournament. So I just couldn't stop crying for real. And it would just hurt me. And this guy named Jeremiah Wiggins, he was grown. He's probably my age at that time. And he was Keyshawn, remember this day. He said, hey, this hurt you right here so much. He said, you're going to be one of the greatest. When he said that to me at the time, I was in my head saying, no, I'm not, because I don't want to be a boxer. I want to play football.
Even after that tournament, you still was football first?
Yeah, for sure. But I remember what he said in that moment, but as I kept growing up, I'm yeah, whatever, I'm a football player.
If you think boxing didn't take off, you think you'd have made some noise? You went to college with football?
I think so, for sure. Honestly, I think so. The only thing that would have held me back was because I've been boxing since elementary school. I was so small. I was in ninth grade, 108 pounds. Like, for real.
Dang, in high school, that's crazy.
Fighting at 106. Because, in boxing, you fight at the smallest weight class and be the strongest you can. So I'm doing that since elementary school, now I'm in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cutting weight my whole life, really. You know what I'm saying? So I never really reached my real potential weight. So I was just so small.
And football different. You got to put weight on.
But I was just so behind. But, like, even in JV, though, like, I wasn't starting at first, right? So it was like we in practice, and the day before the game, we doing practice, we doing, like, runs, drills, and I'm on the second offense, of course, right? So he giving me the ball. I'm scoring on the first team, like, automatically. So the coach like, Keyshawn, you really used to be a running back? I'm like, yeah.
You looking at my size, but I can go.
Yeah, you feel me? So he made me a starter the next, like, the first game I was starting, but I was really nice, for real. That was nice.
Man, I read somewhere where Pernell Whitaker, who's also from Virginia, he spent some time in I don't know if it was jail or the pen with your father.
Mm-hmm.
What's the story of your father, and what story did you get on why he wasn't there?
My father have a real interesting story, for real. But he really wasn't there because first he was in the streets first. You can't really be there for your kids when you're in the streets because you can't bring that home naturally, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that naturally would probably made him and my mother split, honestly. I really didn't, like, never ask my mother or my father, like, yo, what really made y'all break up? I never did that. I didn't really care to do that.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? It's over.
Yeah.
Like, they left when I was 7. You know what I'm saying? So it never came across my head to ask him or her why. But me just knowing the situation, probably because it just didn't work out or he was just doing his own thing. But I feel like, at the end of the day, like, he's still a good person in his own ways at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And he still be there. I can say that.
So y'all have had some interaction since as you gotten older?
Oh yeah, for sure. I still be sometimes seeing him here and there. He came to my fight when I fought in Norfolk. You know what I'm saying? So he still, show his face and stuff like that. Not the best relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to him daily or nothing like that, but it ain't no love lost.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, it's some real, like, I did used to, like, feel some type of way about him because of, him not being there. But Terence, this is one of the reasons why I respect Terence so much. He was just like, man, if you really don't have, like, a serious, serious problem with your father, man, you should just get it right, make it right, be cordial with him. Because, we all got a time in this world. And, once that time is up, and, once his time is up, you are going to feel like something had left from you. And he just breaking it down, So I really took that in. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't really have, like, a real, real issue with you other than you not being there. No, I can't get them years back, so nigga, move forward. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to Terrence, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. That's big. That's big, man. That forgiveness piece is huge.
Right.
Last one on this, like, did he ever try to give an explanation? Because I know a lot of times, man, with our parents, man, they just, stuff will happen. And you like, what happened with that? Or why you? And it's like they either make excuses sometimes or they just brush it to the side. It's like, no, I need an explanation. Like, this was serious. Did he ever try to give you one?
Yeah, I would say more so, he would try to give an explanation without, I would say, us asking, because again, like, I would never bring it up, like, why this, why that. I swear I wouldn't, but he would, bring up stuff because he probably all them years, he never really had to say his side of the story or his 2 cents, So sometimes he did try to, put his little 2 cents in there, of course. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. So me, I just listen and just be like, okay. Sometimes I probably put things together, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just take it for what it is, but it just is what it is.
I'll tell you what, though, man, I don't know your mama like that, but she seemed strong. She seemed like she played both of those roles very well. And she seemed like she don't play either.
Yeah.
Am I reading that right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure. My mama she's strong for sure. One of the strongest women, probably the strongest woman, most likely the strongest woman I ever seen, Cause my mama ain't have it easy coming from her household. Like, if you really want to go back to my, our history, my mama and my father together starting out was both in the streets. Like, our family, my 2 older sisters and my 3 brothers, my sisters told us this. My oldest sister, because she witnessed and seen everything. She said when we was born, our family felt sorry for us because they just knew that we was gonna turn out and be nothing.
She said that?
Because of my mother, at the time, what my mother and my father was into and how they was living in New York. You know what I'm saying? And no, like, for real, we was literally supposed to be nothing. Our family was telling us that. And for us my older sister, she's a news producer, news anchor. She be on TV every day, all that type. So I can't even tell you what she do, but she's successful. My other sister, she's a teacher that teach the teachers. I don't know what position that is, but she over successful. Just got a promotion at that. And DB3 is DB3. My mother, all her 5 kids are successful. You know what I'm saying? My 2 sisters, they went to college, graduated, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely turned out crazy, for real. Like, for our family to say we gonna turn out to be nothing, it'd be really something. It's a story.
Man, y'all winning, man. Y'all winning at life.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to see, man. Let me go back to the boxing. Pernell being from your area, how much did you know about him when you started? Like, how much did y'all hear about him when you was coming up?
Coming up, that was like our local celebrity, for real, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was our local
So his
celebrity.
name was ringing.
I feel like, because he was the one that was still in the community at the end of the day. And probably too much in the community, but that was just him, So, that was definitely our local celebrity. Like, when we had local boxing fights and stuff, he would come.
He pulling up.
Like, all the attention is on him. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely something to see as growing up as a kid, seeing, Sweet Pea out there, for sure.
You know that area where he got hit by that car? You know where that's at? Man. Just got hit randomly.
Yeah, it's a lot of speculations. Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, of why he got hit or why he was out there or just what he was doing. But it's just unfortunate that it happened. You know,
go out like that.
That it happened.
Man, great fighter though, man.
Right.
Put your city, put your area on the map for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Once he did, man, every time I would have a fight or people bring me up, they always say man, Sweet Pea had this joint sold up. He the one that started it off like this, and they was like, man, we happy that I'm the one bringing it back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that I'm the one bringing it back as well. Shoot, and then me and my brothers at the end of the day, the city don't really understand that yet, and the boxing world don't. But people just keep looking at me. It's really a DB3 thing. You know what I'm saying? And Keyshawn Davis, is magnificent, Olympic trial winner. You know what I'm saying? International experience. It's going to take him about 10, 12 fights, and he going to be fighting for a title. Kelvin Davis, 15, he better start contending, you know what I'm saying? And me, we all competing on a high level. It's 3 brothers, it's 3 of us. We all come from same mother, father, all that, same backings, So I feel like us 3 definitely have the potential of taking over boxing, and start with our city, man.
What is that, though? Because, it's a lot of, it's siblings in the game. Or maybe if one box and you just got family members supporting, it's like you don't always see that kind of love. Like every time you got a camera in your face, I hear you say DB3, DB3. I see you basically saying, don't forget about my brothers. What is that? Like, what gives you that about your family?
My mother, she raised us that way. And what I'm saying, us, my sisters and my brothers, she raised us to stay whatever, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? We always gonna come back together and be a family. So it's installed in us.
Yeah, I love it, bro, because it's like, the position you at, you're a world champion, but you just at the beginning,
right?
Of everything, really making real money, really making your mark. And it's easy, even if you raised like that, to start getting away from that. Like, look, man, y'all gonna have to figure it out, but I'm finna go over here and do this. So I thought it was real dope when you fought at home and you had your sister sing the national anthem or a cousin?
No, those are my sisters.
You had your sister sing the national anthem. Like it felt like a family affair.
Yeah.
It felt like I'm on, now we all on. So any position I can give y'all, I'm gonna give y'all that. That's what that felt like to me.
Yeah.
I love it, though.
That's definitely the position I was trying to go with it. And, hey, shouts out to Top Rank for allowing me to, set the stage like that. It was definitely a team effort. And that was...
The walkout was crazy.
We can't relive that moment. Hey, that joke was legendary,
The walkout was crazy. We're going to get to it, but the walkout was crazy. I ain't going to lie. I played that back 3-4 times because, when I watch events and stuff like that, I'm not just like, oh, so-and-so fighting. Like, when I start to feel something, I'm like, oh, let me see that again. And just the way, just everything, the band, the local band, the way the crowd, like the way you start dancing, I'm like, bro, not losing tonight. He not losing tonight. Just the body language you had and the feel that I had, he ain't losing tonight. I don't know what that opponent coming with, but he ain't finna get that up tonight.
Right.
That's what I felt.
Nah, word.
Hey, what up, it's your boy Ak. We have some massive fights coming your way. And we had to team up with our boys at DraftKings. The opportunity at hand for Keyshawn Davis Barack is to make a massive statement fighting Edwin De Los Santos. It's not gonna be an easy fight, but I feel like Keyshawn's on a rampage right now, like making statement after statement. Does he make that statement?
Hell yeah, but he's not fighting the easy guy. Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson both say, hey, we don't want to fight each other, we're friends. Made the people want to see them more. Now we really want to see it. So what do? You fight the guy that Shakur fought, and it's a good benchmark.
I don't want to predict any knockouts. I think Keyshawn will show the world that he is an elite fighter.
Right, but I also think that De Los Santos is going to come there with a chip on his shoulder.
Hey, check it. This is a homecoming fight that you don't want to miss. So go check out all DraftKings has to offer. But don't forget to use the promo code ATSFights. The crown is yours.
DraftKings has something for every sports fan. So many ways to play. Stay in the action all night long.
Hey, listen, you heard my dude. What you waiting for? Download the DraftKings app and check out all DraftKings has to offer right now.
New customers, use our promo code ATSFights to level up your experience. What you waiting for? Get in on all the action.
All the Smoke fight is headed to the Hall of Fame. That's right. This year's International Boxing Hall of Fame induction weekend in boxing's hometown, Canastota, New York, takes place from Thursday, June 5th through Sunday, June 8th, ending with an annual ceremony immortalizing boxing's all-time greats.
The International Boxing Hall of Fame are hosting fan events and experiences all weekend long. On Friday night, June 6th, Salida Promotion will present a terrific fight card in association with All the Smoke Fight, live on the Zone from the Turning Stone Resort Casino in Verona, New York. Featuring USBA heavyweight champion Brandon Moore, defending his title against undefeated prospect Stanley Wright in the main event. Plus a stacked undercard featuring world champion Franchon Cruz DeZern and rising prospects JJ Pagan and DeVell Smith.
Sounds to me, we're gonna have a great fight night. And of course, Sunday, the ceremony to induct the class of 2025. Legends like Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, Michael second to none, and the Tasmanian Devil, Vinny Paz.
Join All the Smoke Fight and Salida Promotion at Turning Stone Resort Casino for this year's International Boxing Hall of Fame induction weekend.
Hey listen, visit turningstone.com for accommodations and tickets to Friday's fight night. Visit ibhof.com for the full induction weekend schedule.
So take me back, man. You growing as an amateur. When did you first meet Shakur Stevenson?
I was 14 years old. He was 16, and at this time, I was hearing about him because he didn't have a coach, so he just moved to Virginia, and I live in Norfolk, so he was living in Hampton, and he needed a gym to go to, and of course, we got the hottest gym in Virginia. So Hampton to Norfolk is about 15 minutes. It's across the bridge, though. So he coming to our gym, so I'm hearing about it. I'm like, yo, who is Shakur Stevenson dude? Everybody keep talking about it in our gym. Like, yo, he just won the Junior Worlds. You know, when you go overseas and you fight. I'm like, he just won the Junior Worlds for real? I'm like, okay, so he should be nice. So long story short, he get there. I see him, right? So, you know, he light-skinned, you know, curly hair. I'm like, this is
This dude you been talking
this
about?
the dude y'all talking about? Like, I'm like, man, ain't no way he good. I'm about to beat him up, right? Long story short, you know, like, he signed up with us, days go by, we training with him, everything cool for real. He cool for real. Like, I ain't nothing personal, you know? I'm just talking trash, like at 14, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking trash. Boom, sparring day come. I'm confident. I'm knowing I'm about to go in here and beat him up, right? Man, I get in the ring, man. Why I cannot hit this man, right? I cannot hit him, but he touching me. So I was like, oh, this is different.
He different.
Like, he different. So I just keep, you know, I'm 14, he's 16. I just keep going, I just keep going, I just keep going. So some getting through, some not, some getting through, some getting not. And I felt as if I was to step off the gas pedal, he was gonna get me. So I just had to keep going, you feel me? And I know he explained that a lot of times in interviews, like that's why he respect me so much, because in that sparring right there, I didn't respect him at all. I was trying to
Dog him
F him
out.
up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what it was. And after the sparring, we respected each other. Like, it was a different type vibe after we sparred, honestly. Now it was like, oh damn, bro, like, damn. Like, we really started to get to know each other, you feel me? Because when he came to our gym, he was popular. Like, Shakur was the guy
They
in
knew him.
amateurs. Everybody knew him
Yeah.
in amateurs. So he came, everybody knew him. So I'm standoffish. I'm seeing that. I'm not really talking to him. I don't care. For real. You cool, but I don't, you know?
I don't know you like
But
that.
after we sparred, it was like, oh, damn, bro.
Yeah.
You actually all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't no prima donna, ain't none of that, you know? So we really started, like, click after we sparred.
That's the universal language in boxing, man, is you know, once we get it in, we may feel a way beforehand. Once we get it in, like, it's respect. So I love that about the sport. Like, it's the only sport you can try to knock somebody's head off and then hug them after. Like, that's crazy to me.
It's normal.
But it's normal to us. But I'm saying, on the outside looking in, that's really that ain't really normal.
Nah,
we
it's
make
not.
it normal, but
Yeah.
like we just fought each other for 12 rounds. You tried to hurt me, I tried to hurt you.
Yeah.
Hey man, respect, man.
Nah,
Love,
word.
bro.
You can fight,
It's
bro.
crazy. When did you first meet Coach K? K. Koroma?
Yeah, I met Coach K when I was a kid. When I was a big,
Before Shakur?
yeah, way before Shakur.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was probably like 10 years old when I met K.
And then, man, you establishing yourself, and then you convince your mother to let you go to Virginia, right? Alexandria, right?
Yeah.
That's the Alexandria Boxing Club.
Yep.
So both of y'all training together under Coach K.
And Troy Isley.
And Troy.
And Keon.
Oh, he came with you?
Yeah, he was with me the whole time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why he's so good.
Yeah. So he was with you.
The whole time.
And so you get to a point, man, where the pressure, you start to feel the pressure. You're away from home, right? You're away from home, you're starting to feel the weight of that. You're getting ready for the Olympics, you're an Olympic hopeful. And you have a situation that happens where, you know, your mental, you're not feeling right. And from what I read, tell me if I'm wrong, like at school, they seeing it, you know? Like even though you wanted to go there, you're there now, but that's not your environment. You used to go into an all-black school. It's I don't know if it's all white, but it's more white people than you used to seeing. And you just got all these different things, the pressure trying to provide for your family, and you have a situation. Walk me through that, man, because I think that's a pivotal point in your story.
Yes, moving from Norfolk to Alexandria, you know, it was definitely a pivotal point. At that time, my brother Kelvin, he stopped boxing.
Oh, he was done?
Yeah, Kelvin quit.
Okay.
Kelvin quit boxing. He moved out the house at 18 and never moved back. So at that time, Kelvin was the Olympic hopeful for us. He was the guy. He was me. Put it like that. You know, like Kelvin was nice too.
Okay.
He could have really done it if he would have just kept going. He really could have done it. So he left boxing. So as a little brother, you know, it fell on me, you know, and if I would have stopped boxing, then, you know, I'm knowing at that time at 16 years old, I'm knowing if I stop boxing, then it's over with for us.
You felt that?
For sure. For sure. I remember that.
Providing for your mother, getting it to a better situation.
It was like either Keyshawn keep boxing or live a normal life. Like get a job. Like what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I ain't have no business adventures. I just knew college or whatever. Or the things that I was raised around. So it was either box or just go to school every day.
But was that pressure you put on yourself, or it was mom saying stuff like, hey, you need to make sure, or was it just you?
It was me.
Okay.
Definitely it was me. Because I'm real spiritual. I know you're spiritual. So in my spirit, it was like, Keyshawn, you have a choice. Box or don't box. If you box, you're going to be here. If you don't box, you're going to be good, but you're just going to be here. And like, it was really in my spirit. I remember that feeling, you know? You know, of course, I chose boxing, you know? And I'm knowing at that time, I said, I'm really sitting down thinking to myself, it's real. And I'm on my little bed was like a little prison cot. I'm folding it up and no cap, like a little prison cot. And I'm like, all right, if I keep boxing, I gotta go somewhere so I can succeed. Cause Norfolk, Virginia is not it. I can't stay here and succeed. where is the right place to go to? At that time, I said, Headbangers, DC.
Did you know Coach Berry through the amateurs, seeing him at the Nationals, all that stuff?
Yeah, but I didn't know him like that.
Okay.
But I'm just knowing in the DC area is boxing
It's
there.
work.
And then that's the best gym out there. So I'm like, F it. I know they don't got my style, but I'm nice. I can make it work. Betting on myself, really. I just need coaches to get me there. You know, so long story short, I'm training. I don't have a coach at this time. So I'm hopping from gym to gym. I'm going from my gym, Broad Park, to all the way across Hampton, 20 minutes, 15 minutes away, not getting back home till like 10 o'clock at night sometimes, from coming from the gym, training. Nobody know me at this time neither. Grinding. 3 different gyms, and one of them gyms I happened to run into Sweet Pea. And that was around that time. He was training me. And he was coaching me.
Yeah, I read that.
And you know, he was coaching me, giving me advice and stuff like that. And around that time, that's when K reached out to my mother, calling from the Olympic Training Center.
Oh, he reached.
But Shakur told K to reach out.
Gotcha.
That's how I got that. So he reached out 2016, you know, can Keyshawn come out there, help Shakur get ready for the Olympics? That was basically the turning point for me. And that's why one of the reasons why I really love Shakur is because, like I said, K called my mother. Shakur told K to call my mother. So I wasn't even on USA boxing team at this time. So Shakur put me in a position to where if I impress these USA boxing coaches, which I did, I'm forever going to be like on their radar now. You know, so now I'm a step ahead before I even got on the team. You understand what I'm saying? So when I got out there and I sparred him and I did great against him and all the others, Gary Russell, you know, Charles Carwell,
Yep.
just looking good against all of them. And of course, they wanted me back, and I'm growing a relationship with Shakur. So out there, Shakur was like, yo, who you train with? I'm like, I don't have a coach. I was planning on going to Barry Hunter and them. He was like, why you just don't train with us? I'm like, who, you or Coach K?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that do make sense. Like, a light bulb just went up in my head, like, I just felt like my life about to start changing, you know? I put K on the phone with my mother, and I started packing my bags like after that school year, because that was that 11th grade year. So after that year, it was 12th grade. So.
Was mom's on it right away, or she was like, I don't know?
Nah, she was on it.
She was?
She was listening to everything I was saying, because I was making sense. I ain't had no coach in Norfolk. I needed to go somewhere else so I could have a coach. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And plus, at the same time, I'm 16, yeah, I'm a kid, yeah, making real big decisions. But at the same time, I was boxing since I was 9, so I'm damn near doing it for damn near 10 years. You know, so I know what I'm talking about too, you know?
It's crazy. I know y'all was still young, but y'all had that much potential and y'all didn't have a coach. Like, that's crazy to say you didn't have a coach at a certain point.
Yeah, because I Coach Gloria Peak.
Yeah, that's my girl.
That was our coach.
She be with me at the training camps. I've been with her, you know.
Yeah.
She ain't my personal coach, obviously, but man, she'd meet me at them camps and stuff, man. At the Nationals.
She on your ass. She cool though, but she was tough.
Man, that's my girl, man. I respect her.
Yup.
Man, like I said, you had a situation, bro, where you call it a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And your sister reached out to who to tell you to go get admitted and go get checked out?
My counselor in my school reached out to my sister. Okay. And my counselor told my sister that I should get checked out.
And you quoted as saying this. You said, they strapped me down to the stretcher, they cut on the sirens, and I ride that way for 3 hours. When I get there, they make me take strings out of my hoodie and my pants, and you said, you know why? You didn't want to be a danger to yourself. And your mother told you, don't snap. And you said, the only thing I know how to do was the only thing that was gonna make the situation worse, was to basically snap. What, bro, you heading to this facility, like, are you just going through adolescence? I'm just angry and I don't know how to process my anger, or are you really having a mental breakdown in that moment, now that you've had time to reflect?
Nah, I would definitely break down for sure. Because I can say it was a breakdown because I started harming myself. So that, you know what I'm saying? So.
And that was going on for a little, before that moment.
Yeah, I was doing that before I even moved to Alexandria. You know, and the only person that knew that was Keon at the time, because Kelvin left. So I'm telling Keon everything. Keon holding it down though, you know. But definitely a breakdown though. It's definitely a tough time, toughest time.
What was you getting out of that when you would harm yourself? Some people say they feel a relief or they feel like and then later they feel guilty for doing it. Is that the dynamic you felt when you would do things like that?
Now I never felt guilty. During the time, like I really remember this, like how I felt and everything. When I was doing it, it felt good. Not gonna lie to you, because I was just so numb and I just wanted to feel something so bad. So I'm actually feeling something. So it was actually feeling good. It felt like somebody was just pinching me. Like it was just like a pinch, you know, like it ain't hurt. It was just like a pinch, like wake me up type thing. You know what I'm saying? But definitely serious though, you know. Definitely serious, you know. And the only thing that made me, it's like damn, it's like it made me think like damn about it is like how I was telling my little brother everything, and that's like that is a serious problem for a 16-year-old kid to go through. And I'm telling my 13-year-old little brother, and he is holding it down. He not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's not right at that time, but it just shows how strong like we are, like in terms of like DB3, you know. And I could have did the same thing for Kelvin. Like Kelvin was saying that he did the same thing. You feel me? But it just shows like how strong like man, it's DB3, man. You know.
Mm-hmm. It's deep, very
Mm-hmm.
deep.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to this facility, and one of the things that you talk about that really helped you is you said you saw young people that was younger than you,
Mm-hmm.
and they doing something that you didn't really know how to do at that time, which is open up and express yourself. And you said that was like the turning point for you to start opening up. So when you did start opening up, what did you feel?
Yeah. When I was opening up inside of there, it was more so me like, because I would tell because you would have to tell your story. So I would tell my story. I would tell a story. But as I tell a story and I hear this person like really opening up, and like, damn.
Yes, sir.
Like, damn, I probably should have said a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's like, damn. So just seeing stuff like that, it just lets you know like it's okay
Mhm.
to tell your story, to tell your testimony, because how that made me feel that this kid is telling her or his real story, it makes me feel better. You understand what I'm saying? So I remember that. I took that in, you know, and that helped me. You know, just now I'm like, yo, it's okay just to speak about things and things that you went through. Um, you know, if you're still going through it, okay, don't put it out there in the public. You're still in that situation. That's not healthy. But if you passed it and you know how to live healthy through it, then of course I feel like you should speak your testimony.
When you first talked to your mother, when you were in there, what did she say to you?
How I was feeling, how I'm doing, what's going on in there, the basic questions. You know, I think when they first see me, I was already on medication. Cause the first couple of days I ain't have visit time. It was like a weekend or something like that. So I think I was already on medication. So she was asking me a lot of questions around like the medicine.
Mm-hmm. Like what they're giving you and how you feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was that turning point where you felt like, man, I think I'm gonna be all right?
It was one. I bet because I wanted to quit boxing and everything. So yeah, because did I get off the medication first? I think I got off the medication. Went through a time where I wanted to quit boxing and came back. So when I knew I was actually going to be all right, it was this show. I'm finally back in the boxing. I came back because I lost nationals. I was supposed to get on the team, lost nationals, quit boxing, finally came back. So it was like March, April. It was a show, a local show, and just a show. And then I fought and I stopped the guy. But I'm in the ring as I'm fighting him. First round, I'm touching him. I'm in my head and I'm like, I'm about to stop him. And that was like the first time in like 2 years that I felt myself flowing. Because I was losing nationals, I'm losing fights. Well, when I was going through that hard times, the mental times, medication, all that stuff, I wasn't myself. I wasn't fighting like myself. I just wasn't me. I was weak. I was trash. So in that moment when I was fighting that local kid and I'm getting him and everything was just flowing, I'm in the ring like, oh, like, I'm smiling for real. I'm smiling and whooping this over the smile. Like, oh, like, cause I can't believe like I'm actually finally feeling like myself. I end up stopping him in the second round. I told my coach, at that time his name was Coach Steady. I said, Steady, I ain't losing no more. I went on a 30-0 win streak.
That's crazy.
No cap. I went on a 30-0 win streak, and the person I lost to I was in Germany. I lost to a Cuban. He's like a world champion and stuff.
Cruz?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it Andy? It was Andy?
No, it wasn't Andy. It was
Okay.
the other Cuban.
Okay.
The one that was lit before Andy.
Okay.
But he was like my age now, and I was like 19.
Yeah.
You know, so it wasn't
They be
really a
grown.
loss.
Yeah, they be grown. They be full grown. So, man, you back. And then you end up, in 2019, you back in position to get ready for the 2020 Olympics. It ends up being 2021 with COVID. But, so you in the 2019 Pan American Games,
Right,
2019 World Championships, and you keep meeting Andy Cruz in the finals.
right.
Talk to me about them two finals losses from him and just what you remember and how you felt.
The first loss is the one I can really, really remember how I actually felt. And after I lost to him the first time, it was like, oh, these guys can't beat me, man. I ain't lose to him for real. Like, I'm gonna go back to the drawing boards, I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm gonna beat him. Like, I'm nice, I'm him. Like, I just fought this my second Cuban, because like I said, I fought the first one. And then now he's the new generation Cuban, the Andy Cruz guy. So I'm like, I done fought him, second Cuban, I done fought all this competition. I'm ready. And I was just confident for real. Ain't
You didn't
really
feel
bothered
defeated?
me because I knew I had to fight him again in the Pan American Games.
Mm-hmm.
When I fought him in the Pan American Games, I don't like watching that fight or those fights at all of myself. Those were my first times ever fighting on ESPN, ever fighting on television, but those was like, for me, my worst performances of my amateur career. At that time, it was definitely tough. We found out that my mother had MS, and I'm in camp, training. So she go to the hospital, she in and out of the hospital. Like this one day she was driving to work and she like blacked out. Literally, she said she was driving, she blacked out and she woke up on the side of the road and she don't even know nothing. So she was like, she felt like she did that before, but she was like, that time was really serious. So long story short, she went to the doctor and they just said like, she got MS. And that was like, probably like 2 weeks before going to the Pan American Games, or like a week before or something like that.
Okay.
So like that, like, So I'm out in Peru. My mama out there with me though. My family come out
she
there.
came?
But yeah, my family, my nana even came out there, my sisters, but like that's new, it's brand new. So I'm knowing my mother feeling this, she's going through it. So I'm not there. And I'm angry for real. I'm mad, I'm angry. I'm 19. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really fully know how to channel those emotions, really. I got an idea, but I don't really know. So I'm in that joint just literally fighting, Dre. I'm fighting.
Rumbling.
Yeah, I'm fighting. I'm not boxing, I'm fighting. You know what I'm saying? And in Peru, Pan American Games, that was a time when he caught me with a good shot. You know what I'm saying? Andy caught me with a good shot. And I guess I got hurt or whatever, but yeah, that was a whole spectacle, man. That was terrible. After that was World Championships. That's when I fought him again in Russia. And after that fight, I was just like, oh yeah, he's because I knew I beat him in
You
Russia.
thought you won that one?
Yes, I knew
Really?
I beat him in that one.
What was the score? You remember? Was it
It
all
was-
judges or was it points?
No, it was points. It was like 3-2.
3-2.
3 judges, him, 2 me.
Okay.
And I just felt like I just boxed him so clean cut. It almost felt like, oh damn, only way I can beat him is if I knock him out. That's the only way I'm gonna beat him. Y'all love him, he's y'all star. The only way I'm gonna beat him is if I knock him out. So when it came to the Olympics, I already knew, I gotta go in here and freaking damn near just knock him out. And I thought I had it, but I'm knowing like in the decision, like when I've been in this moment 3 times already, I'm feeling like I have it, so that means I lost. You feel what I'm saying? So when that decision came, like I've been through it 3 times. When that decision came, it was just like, it was just is what it is type.
That's what it seemed like, though, when I watched it. But you had already had 3 pro fights, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna get into the whole thing, but there's a whole thing with USA Boxing where you was able to come and compete and represent the U.S. And when I watched the fight, I was like, he don't seem like he bothered by that. He seemed like he ready just to keep going with his pro career. It didn't seem like it crushed you. I don't know if you felt that.
You saying when they called me back to go to the Olympics?
No, I'm saying after you lost to Andy Cruz in the Olympics, it didn't seem like you was crushed. It seemed like you were just like, bro, I'm finna go back to what I was doing, which was already being a professional fighter.
Yeah, it was.
Was that true or was you hiding that?
Nah, I wasn't hiding that
Yeah.
at all. Like after the Olympics, I was so happy. That was one of my happiest times of my life. Like,
Yeah?
hell yeah.
After you lost?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was just like I just lived out my dream, man. It's not when you live out your dream, like my dream was to go to the Olympics and also win a gold medal. I didn't win a gold medal, but at the end of the day, I done stopped the #1 guy in the tournament. I stopped him. I'm giving guys 8 counts. The entire lightweight division, literally I was the talk. I was the talk throughout the whole Olympic route. Like it wasn't, and also like I had friends, like real friends there. They didn't get no medals. You know what I'm saying? So I was just grateful I was literally just grateful that I got to live out my dream.
Yeah, because you almost missed that. Based on how it was the rules and all the stuff how it was getting played out.
So me knowing that too, it was
Yeah.
like, damn, I was about to miss this.
Yeah.
So literally, I literally was just grateful.
Yeah. So you get back and you end up signing with Top Rank. And immediately, to me, the way I'm hearing you talk and even Top Rank talk is like you want to be on a fast track. You trying to get there ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I believed in myself and I knew I could do it. And I didn't want to look back and like, dang, I should have did this, should have did that, you know? So I knew I could do it, so I wanted to do it.
Where that confidence come from?
And I was born with it. I was born with it, like for real. Like when I was playing football, like I'm running you over, bro. What you talking about? And I really did it though. But like even with boxing, like I know I can fight outside. Like, you know, I was fighting like before boxing, so I know I can fight. You know, so it's just all hand in hand type.
Yeah, when I hear you talk, you know, all confidence is not created equal. Sometimes it's a pump fake.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes guys sound confident, but you like, who you trying to convince, me or you? When I hear you talk, it's almost like if you say, no, I'm gonna go in there and stop him probably within the first fight, like you really mean that.
For sure.
I don't get the sense that you like really trying to convince us, but you really don't believe it.
Yeah, nah, I'm a person that I don't care what you think about me, and I'm not here to convince you. I'm gonna show you, like, for real, like, and I would be happy doing it.
Yeah. So now you, pro career on the way, Olympics behind you, amateur career is behind you. You 5, 6, 7 fights, and you still sparring with Shakur at this time?
No. He ducked me last camp.
Yeah?
Yeah, he ducked me.
So when y'all sparring early in your career, what them sessions looking like? But I ain't talking about detail, but like, just give me an idea if I'm a fly on the wall. What them sessions look like? They intense?
Early in our career?
Yeah, early.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Early in our career, I would say like, I'm 26 now, yeah. When I was like 21, so he like 23, I used to like try to walk his down. I ain't gonna lie. I was just trying to walk him down.
You weren't trying to box,
I wasn't patient, man. No,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I ain't got time for all that. And I feel like I'm not about to sit back and try to box with you neither.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a fighter, you know what I'm saying? You a boxer, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta use my best advantages.
Right, right. You with K, you still with K up until your third fight, and then you make the shift. Answer this if you feel comfortable answering this. What is it with K from what I see from a distance where he got a lot of great talent in his hands? And it seems that he starts with him, but he don't finish with him. What is that?
I guess that's just him at this point. I can't really answer that, you know, because I can't really speak on the other relationships he got with other fighters, you know? I can't really speak on that. So just, you know, once he left me, I can say I was looking at him outside looking in. And the only thing I can say off that is I guess that's just what he do.
But I thought you left him.
Yeah, I left him.
Okay.
Yeah, I left him for sure.
Okay.
For
So
sure.
why did you need to make that shift? And then why B&B?
I just feel like, you know, like again, like it wasn't about me. It was about like DB3, you know? And he had a lot of stuff going on to where he couldn't take on me and my brothers. that was really like priority outside of all the, all the other ones and twos. But like priority was, are you capable and willing to work with all three of us? And he wasn't, capable. He probably was willing, but I don't think he was capable. Bomac, he already got a structured team. It made sense.
Yeah, they got 3 coaches over there. So you being around Terence Crawford behind the scenes, like give me 1 or 2 things that you picked up from him as a person, as an athlete, where like that's why he is who he is.
First of all, he's a great person. So that's number one. You get your blessings by, how you treat people, how you carry yourself. You're a great father, So I watch his character. I also watch how he be a father, how he be so busy and still raise his kids. You know what I'm saying?
Present for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So I definitely watch those 2 characteristic traits. And of course, as a fighter, he's mean. I feel like me and him, we share mentalities in the ring. We share mentalities. We're boxer fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Like we gonna box you, but we really trying to fight you at the end of the day. And being around him, helped me in a way to where I'm more smarter at doing it. Because at first it was just more so aggression, speed. I can get there. Some things I get away with, but him being later in his career, things starting to slow down. So he moved more with his mind. So I'm watching that and I'm just picking up on it.
Yeah. What have you gotten personally or just as an athlete? What's 1 or 2 things you've gotten from being around that team though, where it's like this made me better?
Structure.
Okay.
For sure, structure. Just off the top of my head, that joint is definitely structure, communication, teamwork, make the dream work for sure. That's what it is over there. We support each other at each other fights, but inside of training camp, we pushing each other. We all there on time. If we all, like middle of training camp, we all tired and some people come a little late, this, that, third, Bomac, we all in the gym. Hey, yo, everybody come here, huddle up. Y'all need to stop being on time. Y'all tired, let us know, da-da-da-da. You feel me? So our camp definitely is structured. And I think that's why, one of the big reasons why we are all successful in our team.
Yeah, I believe how you do some things is how you do all things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like people look at like maybe showing up on time as a small thing, but that's your work.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take that serious, even on the days when you don't feel like it, you're going to see that in the ring. You're going to see that in how you live. And then how you live is going to affect what you do in the ring. All that stuff is intertwined, working together.
Right. It's the small things for sure. Those are small things for sure.
Man, take me back to October 23rd, 2023. You beat a fighter, Nair Albright, and then not long after that, you have the positive test. When you get that positive test for marijuana, like, were you bracing for it? Or what was you thinking when you heard, hey, your stuff came back dirty, bro? What you thinking, bro?
First off, was you bracing for it?
Because listen, I'm going to tell you this. Look, check this out. I'm going to check this out. Like, when I was young, man, being in the Nationals, I'm still kind of in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And you try to get yourself together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to stop for 4 weeks, 6 weeks. I remember getting ready to get tested after I won.
Mm.
And I'm up there at Colorado Springs with the gym at, we taking the test.
Yeah.
And I'm nervous, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Were you nervous? Or did you feel like my urine going to be clean?
I was like, I was like, it is, whatever happens, happens. That's how I was feeling.
Really?
It was like, whatever happens, happens.
But did you think this might not be good?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. Just checking, bro.
This I'm gonna be always honest, because this the old Keyshawn.
Okay.
This the 2023 Keyshawn. This 2025, right? So look, this was Nair Albright. That was the 3rd time I did that.
Oh, in your life?
Second, third time, one of them. Probably like second time I did that. On fight week.
Fight week, hold on, bro. Hold on.
You feel me?
Hold on, bro.
So it was just like...
It wasn't no edible.
I got past the first time. Crazy. I got past the first time, so I should be straight for the second time.
That's crazy.
But that was,
Fight week?
Yeah. It'd be like that.
Keyshawn.
It'd be like that.
That's crazy, bro.
It was like that. It was like that, yeah.
So you said you did it 3 times that week, or that was the 3rd time you did it on fight week?
No, that was like the 3rd time I did it on fight week.
So you get that phone call, what you thinking?
When they said,
yo, it's all bad. We got a problem.
Well, I was thinking like...
What was you thinking, bro?
it's funny because I ain't have a conversation with my boys yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they hearing it right now. But I was thinking nah, for real. I was thinking I just got to tighten up. At the end of the day, I was just like, this somewhat a slap on the wrist, Key.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't take your money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's somewhat a slap on your wrist. You got to tighten up. Because outside of, the consequences that I got, I'm looking at the media and they criticizing that fight like, man, this guy ain't even looking like all that.
That was a close
He looking mediocre. Like,
majority win. That went the distance.
this shit was majority, but that was, you know who won the fight when you watch
I'm just telling you what the judges said.
It was majority,
That's
but...
all. I'm just telling you what the judges said. That thing was close on the scorecard.
Hey, you funny. It was majority, but they were just looking at me like I was just like regular. And I felt it. I was fighting Pedraza next, so I just had to tighten up for real. I had to tighten up. I was losing my spark.
Were you embarrassed by
I was
it?
losing my it factor. I was embarrassed, yes, for sure. Because you only as good as your last performance. So I'm knowing how great I really am. So now people looking at me like, just regular. And I'm feeling it. And I'm like, y'all got me effed up. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to get it back, for sure.
What's your mama say when that test came down?
My mom already,
She
she
knew
knew what time it was.
Yeah.
She knew what time it was. She probably didn't know what I was doing, how I was doing it, but she knew what time it was, for sure.
I mean, you got to think about it like this. On the outside looking in, that dude look crazy.
And it's crazy.
For a fighter. Like, if you don't need nothing else, you need your win. The first thing you think about, he ain't disciplined. Then the talent you see is not as important now because you like, bro, it don't matter how much talent he has because if he doing this, what else he doing? Mm-hmm. And if he playing like this, and he just had a close fight with dude, you gonna think like that naturally. Mm-hmm. I don't care who you are.
But when you think like that, you still could get, you right? Because we fighters. But when you think like that, you still could get people up because like...
Yeah, for sure. But you gotta show it, though.
We just see that situation.
But you gotta show it, though.
That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's
like
why
if you didn't make, that's why you made that shift. But if you don't make that shift, man, I'm looking at you and I'm like, bro, like, I don't, like, I go from saying like, oh, he gonna be one of them ones to, he tested positive for what?
Right.
Then next thing, if you come from that world and you know what that's about, you starting to think like, what else is he doing?
Nah, word.
And hold on. It don't take that long for that to get out your system. So when did he do it? I'm thinking, people gonna think this. I'm thinking that people gonna think that. So now you gotta step back and just sit back and watch. Mm-hmm. And see, okay, I gotta see let this play out. Because a whole lot of people that came through this boxing game, they had a lot of talent, just had no discipline. Mm-hmm. Or you love the ladies too much. Or you love to drink too much. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, for sure.
But you did make the shift though.
For sure, for sure.
And tell me about that because you said that God delivered you from it.
Yeah.
What you mean by that and what happened?
Well, this when I was fighting Pedraza. I was fighting Pedraza and I was still, doing those things,
Mm-hmm.
And this now, camp has arrived. It's probably like the first week of camp. And I'm still doing those things and sparring came, I didn't feel good.
That wasn't messing with your cardiovascular system?
Nah.
What?
Nah.
You didn't feel it?
Nah.
You different.
Nah, it just wasn't right. I just wasn't right.
Okay.
I can say that. And I was just praying, I was just praying and I woke up I woke up the next morning and I just didn't feel the urge to just go and just do it again, And I just kept, day after day, I just kept riding. And shoot, I made it all the way to the fight, you know what I'm saying? I fought, I looked great, you know what I'm saying? Thank God afterwards, you know what I'm saying? And shoot.
That urge came back though to maybe try to celebrate after the win? Like, man, maybe.
Oh yeah, the urge is always like, it's always gonna be like tests, you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be urges, it's always gonna be tests, you know what I'm saying? The devil is consistent. He always gonna keep trying to play with you, you know what I'm saying? So that ain't never gonna stop.
See, it's the difference between, right, say something like weed, right? I know when, I stopped drinking and stopped smoking weed, it's one thing for you to get, like, you feeling the pull from the inside out, where it's like, man, I gotta go do this, versus the outside in where you getting tempted, like you said. When you getting tempted from the outside in, where it's like, okay, I'm getting tempted, but it ain't got that same hook in me like it used to, That's how you know you working with something good. You know you changing and you know you going to another level. But when it's from the inside out and you just getting driven to do it, like, man, I can't help, I can't stop, that's a different feeling. And you saying when that shift came, you start feeling like the temptation is there, but it ain't got that hook in me like it used to. That's what you telling me?
Yeah, for sure. In that moment, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you said that, and even your coaches attest to this, that you said that you a way better person when you not smoking weed.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm me. Like, when I'm not on doing that, I'm energetic. Like, I'm energetic. I'm more of a people person. You know what I'm saying? When I was to do that, I would be like just chill, laid back. Like,
Take that spark away.
yeah, exactly. It just go away. I just be dull, for real. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be like real energetic, but like, you know, when I don't do it, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I love hearing it, bro. A lot of people not talking about this stuff, you know, and
Yeah, it ain't easy.
in the position you in, it's hard because you get a lot of scrutiny. You know, you're a professional athlete that's growing, your stardom is growing. So it's like, do I share this? Should I share this? And when I share it, I open myself up. But I appreciate you sharing it though, because it's hard, like you said.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Nah, for sure.
I'm gonna shift gears right now, man. What's your issue, or what is the issue with you and Gervonta Davis? Y'all done sparred together. Y'all done been in the vicinity of each other, and it seemed like maybe y'all was cordial, if not cool. What's the issue?
A lot of that stuff that I was, you know, going back and forth with him about was just boxing. I wasn't taking it personal. He even put my mama in it, and me and her didn't even take it personal. We just like,
How so?
this boy crazy. Like, he was just like, I said something, he was like, you must be talking about your mama. I'm like, what? But I didn't, you know, it was all boxing. It wasn't until when, you know, something got sent to my phone when he was making fun of my mental health. He said something like, this kid talks so much, and wasn't he just trying to kill himself? It was like in a joking way. And he tweeted it.
Oh, yeah?
But you know, he been deleting. So I seen it, and when I seen that, I was like, all right, bet, now it's personal. Now I don't f with you. Because why are you joking about somebody's mental health when we know in your background? And I would never go there, you know what I'm saying? So once he went there, it's like, yeah, I don't f with you. You probably really don't want to fight me now.
You think that's a fight you gonna ever get, or you think it ain't?
I don't think he want to fight me. That's just my genuine answer. I really think he does not want to fight me.
Has he responded to any of the call outs or anything like that?
Yeah, he did. You know, we DM a lot, honestly. It don't be good DMs.
Hey, the DM be lit, man. People don't even know. Hey, the DM be lit, bro. It be all kind of stuff going on in direct message, man.
We DM all the time, you know. It just don't hit the media, it don't hit the public.
I got you. Yeah. Let's get back to the fight, man. November 8th, 2024, you fought in Norfolk, Virginia.
Legendary.
Scope Arena in front of a sold-out crowd. That was crazy. Did you expect that event to be that big?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I was telling my friends, you know, that it was like, look, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be big. They kept saying, how big is gonna be?
They asked you?
They like, are you sure? Like, watch. So it turned out bigger than we all expected, you know what I'm saying? So I did not expect it to be that big, but I gave him a heads up.
Because it was something crazy, like 48 hours, like 7,000, 8,000. How many tickets were sold in a short period of time?
I don't remember.
It was a crazy number,
It
though.
was definitely a crazy number. The pre-sale tickets sold out, and they had to put some more pre-sale tickets out like the next day. It was crazy.
So what was Top Rank's response when they seen that, oh, he really did that?
They was like, we got to come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. If you can sell out in your hometown.
They was like, we got to do this again. Nah, but all jokes aside, though, the vibes there, that fight week vibes there, what they was saying, like, it was just unmatched. You know, they never experienced. A lot of top rank was saying they never really experienced a vibe like that from a fight week. They was like, man, we can't wait to come back here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me too. I never really felt like a vibe like that during fight week, like for real, you know? So Norfolk, something in the water out in Norfolk, for sure.
How did you stay focused? The hometown fights are different. Like, it's one thing to fight in a neutral location where some people for you, some people against you. When you got your hometown and everybody expect you to win, it's a different type of pressure.
How?
You expected to win. Everybody you see, hey, bro, do your thing. I'm going to be at the fight, man. I'm coming.
I mean, you want people to come, right? You want people to expect you to win, right? You don't want to look, this is how I look at it. I was fought overseas, everywhere in different people's countries where I was literally the only fighter there that wanted me to win.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So when I come home,
it's time to show out.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how people can be like, I hate fight home. How?
Yeah.
Where else you gonna be comfortable at?
Yeah, because
like,
you got people at tickets, man. You got to tell, man, hey, man, I'm your uncle, man. You got 2 tickets for me? That stuff.
You got a team.
So you had your stuff locked.
That stuff was happening to me. Like, people were still calling my phone, and I'm like, damn, I thought I had this, but it's gonna happen. Come with the sport, come with the territory. You're a celebrity. You're the superstar in your town in that moment right there. You're the celebrity. You're the star. So this is gonna happen. You gotta be mentally prepared. It's gonna happen. Be prepared. Be ready. Enjoy the moment.
You look like you enjoyed the moment.
Man, I enjoyed the hell out of that moment. That moment was a hell of a moment.
And it happened just like you said it was gonna happen.
It happened better. Thank God.
Did y'all stay in the city a few days after that, or did y'all get out of there?
Man, I stayed a whole week.
Yeah?
I shouldn't have, though.
Yeah?
I should have did that.
What was it like, man?
I mean, we was turning it up, doing a lot.
Doing a lot.
But honestly, though, we was making money, too.
Yeah. Sponsorship stuff, just
showing up,
events,
pulling up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit of both.
Yeah. What type of businessman is the businessman? Like how do you handle your business? You be giving in negotiations, or you shrewd with your business, man?
Nah, I ain't shrewd. Nah, I'm pretty open. I'm open. I can say I feel like I'm very open. I am hands-on with my negotiations.
You are?
Sure. Yeah.
You like negotiating? You like talking numbers and?
When it go right.
Okay. Okay.
It's funny because like it ain't right. Yeah.
I know. It's all right.
Nah, but look.
They've been in the game a long time. They know how it goes.
I like it because I like knowing. I'm like knowing what other people is like thinking about me, and I like hearing the future and what to look forward to. I don't like being the middleman. Like, yo, I trust you, I love you, do this, and let me know what he say. Like, no, I want to be there. If I got time, I want to be there, and that's just me. Definitely hands-on. Always been hands-on.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
For sure.
Stay that way. Man, you had a son, man. What is it like having a son that you got to take care of and you're responsible for?
It's amazing. Not gonna lie. It's amazing. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. It's amazing though, man. Like just waking up every day, I literally think about him. First person I think about be him. You know what I'm saying? Like think about like his first birthday and stuff like that. Like he's 7 months now. He just turned 7 months like 2 days ago. So I'm thinking about his first birthday now and just all that type stuff. You know, so it's fun, man.
It's got to motivate you more though, being a fighter. Knowing that, man, I ain't just providing for me and my mama, my brother. I got a baby, a real baby that I got to take care of.
Yeah, he definitely got me saving now. Not even gonna lie. I was saving at first, but now I'm really saving now. For real, and I'm really like investing too. Like, you know, me and my friend, we got this little investment group. You know, we in real estate, investing into real estate. You know,
you like that real estate?
New construction. Yeah, we liking new construction right now, so we want to hop into that. 18-wheeler semis. I want to hitting the road. You know, I just bought a truck, one of my first semi trucks. So we hitting the road. So I'm playing with little things outside of, you know, trying to keep things afloat.
That's what's up. You gonna let your son fight?
Hell no.
You ain't gonna what if he raw and he just tight? He like, man, Dad, and he got to work ethic.
That's the only way he can fight.
I'm talking about he begging, Daddy, please.
The only way he can. I swear. I told my boys over here this. I said the only way my son can fight is if like he like nice like me. If he like good like me. He gotta be nice. If you ain't good enough, if you alright, why I'm like, look, like you can promote.
It ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel, same way.
That's not the same way.
This ain't no game, man.
It's not.
Then he got to follow in your footsteps.
It's
gonna be
not.
big shoes to fill.
Yeah, but we ain't worried about that though.
Yeah, but he gonna feel that though, cause anything he do, well, your father. You might not do that, but everybody else gonna do it.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna be worried about that though. Cause if you nice, you not worried about that. Like, nigga, I can fight, bro. You know?
For real. Man, your first title fight, February 14th, on Valentine's Day, 14 days before your birthday. You what? February what?
28th.
I'm 23rd.
A word.
Yeah, 23rd.
I ain't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah. But you fight at Madison Square Garden against Baranchik, and you dominated him and you stopped him in the 4th round. You fight him on Valentine's Day, my boy, but you ain't showing him no love, though. Tell me about that fight.
It was easy.
Yeah?
It was easy, honestly. Yeah, it was real easy.
Really? That's how you expected it to be, or you expected more from him?
I expected it to be easy. I was saying first round. I expected it to be easy.
You just be saying whatever you feel. Like, if you feel it, you gonna say it. You don't be thinking, like, I probably shouldn't say that. That's gonna sound crazy.
I do.
How has that changed your life, being a world champion? Or how has life changed?
I'm about to say something. I'm trying to figure it out right now.
Okay. I feel that.
Fighters, like, they just calling me out a lot now. I'm getting people attention.
Oh, they got your name in their mouth.
Yeah, for sure, because I got a belt now, you know?
Yeah.
So now they feel like, we all feel like it's lucrative now. The fights are lucrative now, you know what I'm saying? So they want to start mentioning me.
You like when other fighters speak on you, or you get offended? Like, hold on, man, why you don't disrespect me like that?
I don't get offended. My name is businessman.
So you like it?
I take everything in this sport as business, you know? Keep mentioning me, you know? That Cuban dude, yeah, keep mentioning me every time you fight in the zone, my name getting brought up. Keep mentioning me, you know?
Let me ask you about that, though. You and the Cuban, you gonna fight him in the pros?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
How's that gonna go? This ain't the amateurs no more.
Right.
How you think a fight with you and him gonna go?
Under 6.
You gonna stop him?
What? Hell yes.
Have you had any real conversations about fighting him?
Yes.
Just talks. Y'all had some talks?
They ain't ready yet. They gonna see this, right? And they gonna get on social media. Oh, he ain't never seen me no contract. Oh, he ain't never talked to me. Yeah, you right. I never did talk to the fighter.
But when he on social media, he sound like he ready now.
You gotta sound like that though, you know?
Not tomorrow, now.
You gotta sound like that. I was talking trash to Devin Haney. I was like 7-0, saying I'm ready now. I'm knowing damn well I wasn't ready now. I was going 8-round fights.
Yeah.
I know I ain't ready now. You gotta sound that way though.
Yeah.
I
So
know-
you don't believe
how-
me?
I know how it go.
You don't believe me?
No, I know how it
Cruz
go.
ain't ready for you.
No, he not.
Really?
But we can fight though. But they said no for right now. They said that.
I want to see that.
They said no.
I want to see that. You on IG Live celebrating, bro, and one of your diamonds fell off your belt, bro. What happened with that?
You talked to what happened.
What happened?
Yeah, the celebration went wrong.
It went crazy.
It was a little too crazy.
Yeah.
My lives be crazy though.
Yeah.
It's probably a warning. I don't know, man. This fell off. Yeah, we all don't know.
It make you mad when you done paid them sanction fees. See, people don't be knowing. Fans, they hear about sanction fees. You paying tens of thousands of dollars to fight for that belt,
Yeah.
and then you get your belt. I don't want nothing wrong with my belt.
Nah, for real. For real. And it was the big diamond, Dre.
Yeah.
It was one of the biggest diamonds up there. And it your name on the belt too. So it's like, I can't have no damn ruby missing the joint next to my name.
Damn. I can't do it.
For real.
Them cloudy diamonds, yeah, we
I
can't.
wonder, like, could we hit the WBO? Like,
Yeah, for
y'all
sure.
fix this?
Absolutely.
Or a new one? Now just give me a whole new one.
Send it.
Word. That
Yes.
works. All right, you wouldn't know.
Man, absolutely.
Okay.
I done paid enough for it. Man, send my new belt. It ain't Paco no more. I don't know who over there, but send that.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, AI, man, another
Yeah.
Virginia native. He reached out, showed some love. What that feel like?
Shoot, amazing. Shoot, AI, like you said, a legend. Michael Vick as well, you know, he reached out. Both of them reached out. Before I fought
Mike Vick
Limos.
did too?
Yeah, hell yeah. Before I fought Limos, the day of the fight, I'm on the phone 3-way with him. We just up there chopping it up, vibing, talking,
what's
you
up.
know. I was just with AI like 2 weeks ago, in the lounge, just kicking it with them, man. And their support is real genuine.
Yeah.
Nothing fake around it. You know what I'm saying? And just like me, how I just come off and say what's on my mind, those two guys right there, they do the same thing. They understand me, so real support for them two guys.
Yeah, Mike Vick and AI always show love to the younger generation. I ain't never sensed no hating, no weird, nothing.
Yeah.
Like they show you love.
Vic, he the coach in Norfolk State right now, too.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yup. Norfolk about to be crazy.
Talk to me about Teofimo Lopez, man. Is it real beef, and do you think he sent the bananas to your room the week of the fight?
Yeah, it's real. I don't like call it beef. Too personal. Real dislike between. I don't really like Teo. For real, stay away from him. Weird. I think he is one of the people that potentially could have sent the bananas or watermelon to my room.
Like they said, somebody knocked on your door and they had a basket of bananas. Or did you go to your room and the bananas was in the room?
I went to my room and I was just like, JJ, what box is this? He like, I don't know, somebody just dropped it off and this, that, third. I said, you ain't asked what it was? He said, I kept asking, but he just kept trying to throw the box in here. I said, what? He was like, yeah, just take it. He was like, what is it? He was like, just take it.
Take it.
So I said, he just took out like, nigga, what was a bomb or something?
Straight up.
Open the joint, is a note with fruit in that joint. It was a note. Said something with businesswoman at the end of it. So. But even if it wasn't, Teo, him making a video and putting that on Twitter, putting himself into something like that, it's still, it's not a good look, so I don't really fuck with him.
You think you gonna fight, dude?
Right now, he talking like he would be willing to fight me. So, I don't know. I will fight Teo tomorrow. Teo can't beat me, bro.
No doubt about it. You'll fight him.
Bro, I will fight Teo right now. Teo cannot beat me. I know that for a fact. He can't beat me.
What if he wants you to come up to 140, though?
Teo cannot beat me.
At 140?
Teo what's the difference?
I'm just asking.
His power?
If he say, man, hold off on your belt real quick, keep that, come to 140 and face me, and then you can go back down and defend that. You'll do that?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Yes, really.
Okay.
Hell yeah, Drake. I for real stop Teo.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like for
I
real.
want to see it.
Like for real. Like,
I
oh
want to see
man.
it.
You serious or like this like for the show?
Nah, I'm asking. I got my opinion, but it ain't about my opinion. I'm asking you.
No, I want your opinion. Like, who wins that fight?
That's a good fight.
Who wins?
That's a good fight.
It's a great fight. Potentially pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Who wins?
Y'all got to fight.
This for the show. This for the show.
I can't get no opinion on that.
Now, if you really being truthful, though.
That's a competitive fight, though.
If you want to be a rich man. If the odds is like 50-50, I'm putting the whole bag on. Oh, man. Bro, I'm telling you, Teo can't beat me, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
I want to see it.
People can't beat me, bro. Can't nobody beat me.
And I interviewed Shakur. I got to ask you too, big dog. Life-changing money on the line. I know it ain't all about the money, but a life-changing situation that y'all like, man, bro, this making a lot of sense because I don't have nobody to really fight. I'm talking about 3, 4, whatever up the road. I know y'all got history. Is there ever a possibility for y'all to shake hands and say, it ain't personal, let's go get this, and then we moving on?
I don't think so, honestly. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. No, 300 million, 200 million, 300, 200. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Your mama might be hitting your phone saying, Key, can I talk to you? 300?
I just gotta cross that line when we get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
If somebody really put 300 and 300 in both our faces, we don't know. That money is capable. Floyd did it, but we just gotta see. I don't really like doing it. Like, that's weird, bro. Because at the end of the day, I feel like, bro, I'm gonna be at 140, and then I'm going to 47. Like, this is just the beginning for me. Shakur.
You think you gonna grow that big?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm probably like 170 right now.
7-0? Come on, bro.
Man.
Like, bro, I don't see it. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you. Let me see. I think probably right now, you probably walking around right now about 53, 54.
Yeah. Yep.
53, 54.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't get too big.
Yeah. What do you want from boxing? I know you want to keep winning championships. Like when you see your career timeline, you might not have the exact timeline, money made, championships, legacy. What do you want from boxing?
First things first, definitely use this platform. Spread the word, spread God. Let the people know that God is real, for sure. So that's number one. I want to use boxing just to put me also into just other avenues. Like I honestly want to start like getting into like streaming. I think I would be a great promoter. Um, stuff like that. I just want to use boxing just to put me in other things. It's crazy because me and Shakur was just talking about this. He was just over my house like 2 days ago. And he was like, damn, Keyshawn, I remember you was telling me about 2 years ago, like how you was just like, you don't really love boxing like that. You just using boxing as a platform. And he was just like, at that time, he was just listening to me talk and not really understanding. But he was saying now, he like, damn, I really understand what you was saying now because like, yo, after I retire, I still gotta live like 50 over, a lot of years left after this. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, Keyshawn, you was already thinking that way. I'm like, yeah, some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't love this too much because this don't come and go. And once it's going, I can't keep fighting with it. You know what I'm saying?
Can't fight forever.
So just using this joint to put me on avenues for real. I love this sport for sure, but just for the moment.
Where did your faith come from, and why are you so outspoken about it?
I grew up in the church for sure. I think I was in church before I even started boxing, for sure. So I just grew up in the church, always around it, and honestly, my sister is in our family, she's the one that actually keep all us together in terms of like God. She's the one that's like praying day in, day out, reading, going to church, like, heavy. So she definitely was a big impact for us to keep God into our household. But our mother definitely had us in our church. And honestly, like you want to be like open up for real. I'm knowing God got a real plan for all our lives, but just for like boxing purposes and DB3, I know he got a real plan for our lives. Just for what I said on this platform right here, from when we was born, our family, knowing that we not gonna be nothing to us actually being something, and just one time in church, man, his name's Pastor Powell. We close to him, and he laid hands on me. He was praying over me, and he was speaking, and he was just like, "Yo, you gonna be like real popular. Like you got a real big calling over your life." Like he's praying over me, saying that, and I'm like probably like 8, 9, something like that. And I always remember that, and I thought it was gonna be in football at that time, So me living out these days right here, those days right there keep me grounded, keep me humble. You know what I'm saying? Because God knew before I knew. You feel me? So now that I'm here, it's just like, just stay the course, be humble, Don't forget.
Young brother, I appreciate you, man. You're welcome on the show anytime, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
That's it, man. We out of here. We leaving Las Vegas, but we ain't leaving without a dope interview with Keyshawn, the businessman Davis, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Till next time. Man, I appreciate you, bro.
Oh, yes, sir, man. Anytime. That's pretty cool.